You ever watch an infomercial that's coming at like 3 a.m. at night and you're like, man, that product looks absolutely great. And the guy that's presenting it, he's like going on and on about the benefits of it. And it's like, just four simple payments of 19.99 or whatever. And you're like, man, this is actually a dope product. Like, I remember so many different ones like that. And then you actually look up online and you kind of read the reviews of the product itself, and people are saying that they have been duped, they've been bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and they're basically just talking bad about the product itself because the product sucks. And it was all about the marketing, it was all about the packaging. Now, the opposite is also true at times as well. You'll probably have like a really great product or a really great service. This is especially really true for food places and restaurants that I've found, especially like hole in the wall places where their marketing is just complete as they don't keep their hours up to date on their Facebook page or on their Instagram. Their entire social media presence is just non-existent. It's just a dirty hole in the wall place. But you go there and you have their food and it's amazing, but their marketing is just crap, so nobody ever goes there. But even though it's such a great business, it's such a great product, the marketing isn't there, the packaging isn't there. And I think that's a really great lesson that we need to learn in the way that we interact with one another and just our relationships in general as well. See, one of the things that my mom has always complained to me about is that I make some very solid points in the way that I argue and the way that I try to, convey my message across. And I'll be like knocking it all out of the park, and I'll be like demolishing and pulverizing the other person in an argument using simple logic. And I'll be making a fire point. But my mother has always complained that the delivery of my message completely eradicates all of the benefits that I actually wanted to provide. So even though I proved my point, nobody really cares about the message anymore because the way that I delivered it. And to a certain extent, she's absolutely right. Like, I do think that the way that you present information, the way that you convey your feelings, your emotions, or, just hold yourself into an argument or just go into an argument and how you talk to other people makes a massive difference. And that is the difference between getting a yes and a no as well. And that goes for relationships of all kinds. That goes for business relationships, personal relationships, siblings relationships, any relationship that you can potentially think of, or any interaction that you can potentially think of. You will benefit immensely if you just learn how to deliver your message properly. And at the end of the day, I heard this, I think it was Maya Angelou that said this, and I'm going to paraphrase it and completely butcher the original quote. But people are never going to remember what you say, but they're always going to remember how you made them feel. And I think that's very accurate. If you want somebody to think that you're an asshole, just be mean to them. Just make them feel like crap. Just degrade them. Regardless of whatever you're saying, even if it's for their benefit, they don't care about the message. At the end of the day, they just care about how you're delivering and how you're presenting that message to them and how you're talking to them. I think that if we stop being so harsh with so many different people, I think we'll actually get a lot out of them as well. And I think that that's just true for just the general population itself. Sometimes, sure, a lot of people do need hard love, but even when you're presenting criticism, you're presenting a comment, or you're trying to, be harsh on them, it's still an art of how to deliver your message. So I think if we could get that down, I think that we'll have a lot of more success in relationships and self, and also just a lot more success in having people do whatever we want them to do. And that's not a manipulation tactic. It's just the way that relationships work. It's a transaction. You sometimes give and then you sometimes take. So overall, remember, even if you're saying the right thing, make sure you're saying it in the right way as well. So shout out to my mom about this, of course. I mean, that's something that I just learned from her. I'm still trying to implement it as best as I possibly can in my life, but I do think that this is very much needed, and we should always try our best to actually talk to the people that we love with love. And that's about it. This was episode number 96 of the Daily Lessons Podcast, guys. If you learn anything, if you enjoy these episodes, please make sure to hit that subscribe button because I make videos like this every single day. And thank you guys so much for the support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.